Hello, folks, and welcome back to Iron Rails. Last time we went through Horseshoe Isle and got spent through the ringer. This game has so many layers of complexity. It looks simple at first, and the more and more you do stuff, the more complex it gets. Sometimes I just like watching this back screen kind of thing just to see how they do it, because I personally would love to have like big stations that serve one spot and do all this, but it doesn't seem to be how it goes. We're gonna take a look at Desert Dew today, and I still have two other ones I need to unlock, but I still only have 1 star. I've been slowly working on these and getting close, but not there yet. I'll get there eventually, but nobody wants to see me doing all that. So we're gonna go in and play a scenario here, and we'll see what we have to do. With the help rebuild this area or the production line, there's no need to power trains, and your job will be to produce as much Desert Dew as you can. Okay, what the heck does that mean? Well, down here we have a rest area, we have cocoa processors, we have this rest area, we have another rest area, there's a market, there's another rest area, there's another rest area, and then we have a bunch. We need to get cargo from Mysterious Ruins to Farmer's Market in an hour. Where is so there's the Farmer's Market. All right. Is that the Mysterious Ruin? I don't know. This is not a big map either. There's not a lot going on here. There's another one of those things. So I don't see any Mysterious Ruin. So we're going to just move that over to the side, and let's go over to contracts and see what we have there. All right. So we're Research Desert Dew. Okay, so we'll go in there, and then we'll go to Research. Desert Dew. Oh my. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of different chains that you have, which I did not unlock in my previous one, but for the aluminum and power and cement stuff, you can unlock those to get production line stuff down. I haven't done it yet just because I'm lazy, but yeah, there's a whole chain of other things you can do. But we have the drink that's launched 1,000 trains. Desert Dew production may be long and arduous, but it's still worth it. So we have coconuts. I need to get the split. We have the agave and the cocoa. Those all get put into that, which then goes into a drink, which then goes into the market, it looks like. Okay, so we've done our research. We'll collect our stuff here, and let's see what we have now. It's telling us we need to connect cocoa processing and cocoa processors rest. We have to transport that. Then cocoa processing and coconuts transport that, and then oh my goodness gracious. Okay, and look, let me just dismiss all this stuff here. But when we do that, we get a whole bunch of other stuff that pops up. So that's fantastic, no problems there. We're just going to follow exactly what it says to do here, because I found that if you go out of order in this game, it's not a good time for anybody. So let's see here. Cocoa processing, cocoa, or to coconuts. We have coconut processing, okay. And coconuts are all the way up there, okay. Coconut processing, cocoa processors rest, which is just a ridiculous thing there. Okay, so we have that one. All right, let's build the basics that we can do here. So our platform, we have tons of stuff, so I'm not super worried about anything here, and we have 11 stations. So I'm gonna build that one at a length of 6, which I found is a decent length in this game for most things. Actually, no. No, okay. I'm gonna go this way like that, and we're just gonna make it the shortest station we can like that. That one's gonna be the shortest station like that. We'll build tracks in there. We can always lengthen the station, it's not a big deal, but let's go ahead and get train management going. We're going to add a service, and we're going to go from cocoa processing, so cocoa processors rest to cocoa processing. Okay, and then we're going to buy a train, and we're just going to use this little guy, I think, and confirm that. Now we have one of those trains moving along here. And then what we're going to do is connect. So the cocoa processing is going to be a big one. We need to connect this one to coconuts. So there to there, and then this needs to go all the way down to that one. Okay, not a big deal. We just got to get it done. So let's get it done. So we're going to go in, build another platform here. Just needs to be a nice little spot there. That should work just lovely. All right. And now we're going to add a service, and that's going to be coconuts to whatever the cocoa rest thing here is. Okay, see how they're organized now? I don't know if that was done before, if I was just dumb. Probably the latter. But we'll go in and do that. Confirm that train. Now we should have a train running here, I think. Did I do it wrong? Yep, I did something wrong. Let's change that route. Okay. Oh, coconuts to... Oh, that's... I did the wrong one. So coconuts... It's that one. Okay. Now we should be good. There it is. Okay, I did it. Yep, we got that one done. And then we need a bigger one to connect the cocoa processing coconuts. So let me just double check and see. I think I built this 6, if I'm remembering right. Yeah, 6. Okay. So we're going to do that. And then down here, we're also going to build one that goes 6. Because again, we can build on and change and do whatever we need to do. Come out like so. And I think what I want to have this do is do a loop. I have plenty of track pieces right now, so I'm going to use them if I can. Do that. Then I'm going to just do a tunnel, which I don't think I've covered yet. Oops, I didn't do that one right. Let me refund that particular spot. But I haven't covered tunnels yet, but basically you just drag them and it allows you to not have to worry about crossing over track, which is lovely. All right, so we'll get all of that there. All right, cool. And then we go in and buy a train. Let's actually just take a look at research because it looks like there's some new trains available to us. Oh, this one. Similar to normals, the desert version, most situations, none. Difference is that it does not need any form of power to run. Cool. I also got, no, not that one. This guy. This train's amazing. Look how many cars there are. It's super slow. It only goes at 10 kilometers an hour, but it's super cheap and it carries just a ton of stuff. This bad boy is also relatively inexpensive, but does not carry anywhere near the amount that this thing does. But I think we're going to try this one out because we can, let's just research it. It's for this particular map, so let's try it out and see what we have. So we're going to add a service, and that's going to go from coconuts all the way down here to coconut processing. Done. We'll buy a train up, and we're going to try the desert one. And we're going to maximize the length and confirm. And then we just need to do some switches here to make sure that we are running the proper way. And sometimes putting these switches in is an absolute nightmare, but it does eventually work. There we go. We got a town to grow. And our train is coming into coconut processing. And yeah, look at that. Now we have even more stuff. We have created our first coconut milk. Hooray us. And then we also need to we've created coconut shells. Awesome. All right. So I'm going to dismiss that one, and we have all new stuff that we need to do. And we have 2 available contracts, which contracts are really good ways to add extra pieces, not necessarily to move the star stuff along here. So we need to connect the syrup factory to the Syrupers Rest. Connect cocoa processing to the syrup factory. Connect agave and syrup factory. My goodness. Okay. Let's go find out where all this stuff's at. So there's the agave people and the agave rest. But we need to find syrup first. There's a syrup factory. There's a syrup rest. Okay, we can connect those, no problem. Then we need to connect cocoa processing and the syrup plant. So what I think we'll do is use one station here and just have it split off, or maybe, I don't know. Let's do the first part here that we know we can do without any real problems. So we'll build a little station. Boop, doop, boop, doop. And we'll go in like so. That's going to go there. There we go. We will do that. We're going to buy a new train or add a new service, excuse me. So Syrupers Rest and Syrup Factory. I always like to, let me finish doing this and then I'll talk what I was going to say here. But what I really like to do is start the trains off up at the spot where they're not really going to be loading people. You want to get them to the people where the workers are going to be coming, because they're going to go out empty every time, the first time out, no matter what. So if you can delay that a little bit, it makes life a little easier. All right, let's see. So that one's going to transport stuff. All right, we have no open contracts. Then we need to connect cocoa processing and the syrup factory. Okay, we can do that. So let's hold on. We need to build all this stuff for it first. And we're only down to 4 stations. So that's not encouraging. But we just gathered some up. So we're going to do that at 6. Awesome for us. Six, awesome for us. And then we'll try to fish through this little area here. Again, I really like to make these things loops if I can. I think it just makes life a whole lot easier with figuring out routing, and it also adds capacity, which if you've ever watched my Roller Coaster Tycoon videos or Parkitect videos, you know that I love capacity. So that's what I'm going to build in here. All right, we have that. Let's go ahead and get our directional stuff set up here. There we go. All right. And then I'm going to build a big train, I think, here. So it's going to go from cocoa processing. Well, hold on. Let me just make sure I'm doing this right. Cocoa processing to syrup factory. Fantastic. We can do that. So we're going to add a service. We're going to grab coconut processing. Was it cocoa or cocoa processing? My God, help us. Coconut processing. Okay. I promise I'm not as dumb as I sound sometimes. But I am also dumber than I sound a lot of times. So cocoa processing, and we're going to go to syrup factory. Done. We're going to buy a train, and I'm going to get the Desert Series. We'll maximize the length, send that out. Cool. We'll collect our 12 tracks. There we go. That guy's loading up. See, I was wrong. It does load up first every time. I'm just speeding the game up a little bit just to get things going here. And we should be able to do that. So that should be a check mark here in a moment. Then we need to get Agave and the syrup factory connected. Agave is way over here. Date palms in the syrup factory. Where is date palms? Oh, there's Agave rest right there. Oh, and look, why are they so far away? All right, so we got that one done. We're going to have to connect the date palms to Data's Rest, the Agave to the Agave's Rest, and then date palms is, oh my goodness. Okay, well, at least this one's quick and easy to get up there. Not a big deal. We are going to have to try to, I think, expand the station so there's 2 of them here, maybe even 3, and then they'll split out and go whatever way they need to go. But let's get the basic parts here done, or we take a look at what we have over here. So we have to grow it. What are we at? So usually they give you an idea of what's going on. Yeah, we can do that. And then we'll figure that one out in a moment. All right. We already did that one. Cool. Let's go ahead and make that one active, and hopefully we get that one done pretty quick as well. There we go. Fantastic. All right. Let's go in. Figure out how we're going to do this. All right, so let's go in, build our platform. 1, 2. There we go. Okay, train, add service, and this is date palms. And we're going to add on date palmer's rest. Done. Buy train. Choose little guy. Confirm. See, it always leaves that one spot empty, but that's okay. Collect that. And we still have 3 station tokens, which is what we need. So now we're going to go out, and I guess we're going to connect this one up to the Agave, because that, I think, makes the most sense for what we need to do next. So I'm going to build on a platform, and I'm keeping this back area purposely open because I think I'm going to need to make this a bigger station here in the near future, especially if we just have 1 train, which is what I'm hoping to get away with, is just 1 train. But it may need to be a larger train because your on-time arrivals and all of that stuff really matter in this game. You have to make sure you pay attention to what your people are looking for. So we're going to add service here, and that's going to be Agave, rest, and Agave. There we go. Done. Buy a train. We'll get those guys because I don't really care right now. And we'll go through that. Bring up train management, just make sure. What one is this? All right, we're just going to delete that route. And this one has nothing, so we'll delete that route. Okay. So as far as this, everybody seems like they're doing what they're supposed to do. I don't know what all of these symbols mean. Passengers for Serpent's Rest, and that's passengers for Coconut. Okay. But you see that, like, on this route, we've left ourselves room for additional trains. It doesn't look like we need it. Like, this looks like overkill. We're not transporting that much. And over here, we're also not transporting that much. Hey, we collected more dates. Fantastic for us. Let's go ahead and get the agave plant here. We're going to have it jump onto this line, I think. So I'm going to try to have it tunnel under here and then jump over onto that. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how that works out. So we're going to use one station because that's all we really have right now. So we'll do that. And tunnel-wise, what can I do? Oh, that might work. Okay, that should work. Okay, that looks good to me. I'm cool with that. And then we'll do that. It's going to tunnel underneath like so. Fantastic. And there we go. Okay. So now it should be able to get on there, and then we just need to have, you know, the little side track so that it's going to come in here, drop passengers off there, then go down here, and then jump onto this track and head on out is the plan, I think. Okay. That should work, I think. So agave to our syrup factory. I'm double checking because I'm bad at reading and remember things. Agave to, okay, we got it. Nope, not that. All right, so now we're gonna go in, we're gonna add agave, and we're gonna add a stop, and it's gonna be syrup factory. Done, we're gonna add a train. Let's go ahead and choose that, maximize length, send that bad boy out. And we got our first agave made. Cool. This train is leaving for the first time. Let's see if this actually functions the way I think it will. Trains changing color depending on their station is great, and it also throws me for a loop every time. I don't know what the deal is, but it breaks my brain a little bit every time. Hey, we got another station here too, thank God, because that's what we need. You can see the trains have to slow down when it comes to these really tight turns, so it's more advantageous to kind of not do the really tight turns. I'll speed this game up a little bit, just want to make sure everything's working. And then this guy heads out the way it's supposed to. Fantastic. Okay. I'm cool with that. And then we need date palms, which is there up to that. Okay. We can do that one too. All right. So let's go ahead and get that part set up. We'll build on our platform. I'm going to build the larger platform just to stick in the same kind of style as what we have. Let me sell some of that real fast. All right, and then what we're going to need to do here is create a non-stopping zone so that no trains get stopped in that general area. So if a train is in any of these spots, it will stop, or if it's coming this way, it will stop before it gets to the station. Okay. After that, we're going to have this guy come off of here like so. Have it just turn straight down, even though it's kind of boring and ugly. It will work. And there we go. Okay. And let me just confirm with all of this that we have to go this away. But you see the station's working. This guy has to hold there. This guy will clear out, and as soon as he clears that spot, this guy should go. There we go. Sometimes things work out nicely. All right, let's add a new train here. And that's going to go from Date Palms up to Syrup Factory. So, Date Palms to Syrup Factory. Done. Buy a train. I'm going to choose the desert one. We'll just maximize length even though we don't need it. And there we go. Okay, so that train is there. Hey, we created our first syrup, dismiss all of that. So we just did that part, and now we're on this next part. We need to connect the Desert Dew factory and the syrup factory. Then we need to connect Desert Dew factory and the Dew Makers rest, and then we need to connect what is this? Connect coconut processing and Desert Dew. Okay, where is Desert Dew? Desert Dew's right there, and it needs to get connected to the syrup factory, and then we need the workers. Okay, we right now only have one station, so that's a bit of a problem. But look at the tunnel working. See, the train goes under, it gets a little grayed out. I love it. Let's see if we can get some of these guys in there. So if we do this, carry 5 passengers from syrup factory to Desert Dew. Keep workers happy. Oh, I don't know what we have. If any of these statuses on these towns are green. Nope. Red. Red. That one's green. That one's green. 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 Red. Nothing. Green. Red. So that one's not going to be a good one to take on. Even though we could take on multiples. But let's do this one. We're going to just make sure we carry 5 passengers or cargo from syrup factory to Desert Dew factory. We'll activate that because we should be able to use the same station. And if we win, we get another station, which is really the whole point of what we're doing here. So let's go ahead in here. We're going to add on a new platform. All right. This guy's going to split off. We'll just have it do that. And then we'll fish through here. Go there and there. Fantastic. And then we'll do that. The only problem with this is that is, there is a problem. All right, so we're going to also need to join on to that. And then this is going to eventually have to swoop back up into this, no, there, and, oh, man. All right, so this track is going to eventually have to join with that one if we want this to work. And then we just need to make sure that we use our signal stuff and no stopping zone. That whole area needs to be a no stopping zone. Okay, that's fine. I actually think it might have worked without that, but that's okay. Just leave it as is. This area needs to be a no stopping zone. Okay, that should work. All right, let's go ahead and build a train up here. We're going to add a service. It's going to go from the syrup factory and then go to the Desert Dew factory because, you know, that's a thing. Done. Buy a train. We'll choose this one. Maximize the length. Confirm. And there we go. Okay. The main goal right now is that we're going to get another station here. Uh-oh. All right, so I need to make this a one-way. I need to reconfigure some of these real fast. There we go. Okay, I think that will work. There we go. What do we have going on here? Why are you stuck? This is where the game gets much more difficult, is trying to clear out some of these issues. Oh, okay. That area just wasn't long enough to accommodate all the trains. I think we'll be okay. Hey, there we go. And we got another platform, which is what we need. Okay, this is semi-functioning right now, which is all I really need, is it's a semi-function. What I really need to do is let me slow down the game here. We'll collect that. And what I really need to do is move this just down. The biggest reason why this is a problem right now is just because this switch area is too far back. So I do that, and we're going to put a little signal in there. It's one way, and that it cannot be stopped there. And then we'll clear that out, and that, and that, and that, and that. And then we have to, no, it should be fine. And then we just need to sell off. Come on, sell, sell, sell. There we go. Now what I eventually need to do is make sure there's more stations and switch offs here so that we don't have this big tie-up, but I don't want to do that quite yet. So we're going to bring this out. We need to get Desert Dew Factory and Dew Maker's Rest. Okay. So that one's at least really easy, but we do need both stations that we have available to us to do that. So we're going to get this one, boom, boom, boom. And that one's going to be right below it because there's no reason not to. Straight down. Then we're going to build on a new service. We're going to add on Dew Maker's Factory and Dew Maker's Rest. And then we need to buy a train for it. Confirm that. Okay. There we go. Dismiss. Dismiss. All right. Then we need to connect Dew Makers to the market here, and we'll have this one, I think, in good shape. We just need to wait for everything to grow so we can get another station. We can see the game does scale. You do have to make sure you're following in order. If you focus on just the research or just contracts, you very well could be in some problems here. There we go. That's what we needed. Dew Maker's Rest grew, so we got another factory, or another, platform. So now what we can do, not that, we can go in and build on our platform here. So I'll do that. That's going to go there, up to there and over. And then this one's going to have to split down and go around like so. And then I just want to make sure I add on some very key little ideas here. That we have all of that. And then this area needs to be a no stopping spot. And I don't know if it continues into the station, what actually happens, or if it's okay. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, so let's go to management. We're going to go from Dew Maker Factory, or Desert Dew Factory, excuse me, over to the farmer's market. And we're going to buy a train. We're going to choose our desert one. We'll maximize the length because why not? And we'll see what we get here. There we go. Taking a look, we did that. And if we go over here now, we have some new contracts available to us. I don't want to do that one. Oh, that one we do want to do. So we'll click to activate that one. Should be no problem to have those checked off here in a moment. Boom. There we go. We'll collect that token. We still have more contracts available to us. But if we take a look here, we have to carry 30 passengers of cargo from there to there, and we get earn our star. So again, it's just a matter of time before you kind of start understanding how the game works and everything. I apologize for my previous two videos where I didn't really get a lot of knowledge on how to do this stuff. And honestly, I still don't have that much knowledge of how all of this works. But it's doing its thing, and I'm very happy with where we're at right now. One other thing here, you can see these little icons. That always means they're not happy. So like this one is always late. So we got to kind of come up with a solution to that. But if you ever see that little cats thing on there, that means they're not happy. So these guys aren't happy either for some reason, even though they should be. They're not anywhere far away or really doing anything special at all, but whatever. All right, folks. So I think that's going to wrap us up here for today. We will eventually get out to these other pieces, but we just need to have a little bit more time on our hands to optimize this whole route and to get all that stuff set up. But that's going to be where we're at for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate your time, and I will see you next time.